Hey, thank you for taking the challenge with us. We're helping you come back from setbacks and mistakes maybe you've made in life. We've all made a few of those. We've got with us an incredible teacher, incredible author, incredible business person. He's the senior vice president and co-founder of the Orlando Magic. And I found out he just finished his 100th book.
Yeah, it's taken a long time to read 100 books, Dave, but I'm kidding. It took 41 years to write them all.
41 years.
Book number 100 came out. It's called Extreme Winning, and just came out recently. So,
well, do you remember the first book you wrote?
I do. I remember it vividly. It was called The Gingerbread Man. I wrote it. It came out in the fall of 1974.
1974.
I had just moved to Philadelphia as the general manager of the 76ers, and the book had been written prior to that. My writing partner, by the way, Dave, was a young man named Jerry B. Jenkins.
Wow.
Who went on from there and became the co-author of the Left Behind series with Tim LaHaye, sold buku millions of books. So I had Jerry when he was a very young writer just starting out. But that was the first one, and we've done a few along the way. But then when I moved to Orlando, it began to intensify. I began to speak on leadership and teamwork, and then various publishers had book ideas, and we began to put them together. And so the writing and the speaking, I think, Dave, do go together.
Yeah, and you still travel along with your everything you have going on here with the Orlando Magic. Still, you're traveling all over the world and teaching and helping people. And to do that, to write that many books and to be in this kind of business for this long, it took something called determination, probably.
Well, that's a great word, David, and I'm happy to talk about it, because without determination, people really are going to fall by the wayside.
Right.
And I think when you really study extreme winners, as I have for 50 plus years in sports particularly, you'll find that determination is right in the wheelhouse of all of them.
So what would be maybe an example or a story of somewhere where you've really had to use determination to get past a certain point, that maybe that those watching, that we could kind of coach them along the way and how to use that same ability or the same process?
Well, David, I'll be happy to do that, to talk about really, as I look back over my whole life and my whole career, it was built around baseball. I played baseball in high school and then went on to college and played. I look back, I had a certain amount of ability, but there were many with far more ability. And I think the reason that I kept going was pure and simply determination. I was dedicated to what I was doing, and I wanted it so badly, particularly to get into pro baseball. And the Phillies gave me that chance as a young ball player out of college. And I spent 2 years as a minor league catcher, determined to get to the big leagues, which didn't happen. But I then got into the front office end of baseball and operated minor league ball clubs for the Phillies. And it was a lot of determination to do that. I wanted to get to the next level. I wanted to get to the big leagues of sports as an executive. And that took place in, 47 years ago, almost 48 years ago, when the 76ers hired me as a 28-year-old business manager, and then a year later to the Bulls as the general manager of the Chicago Bulls, and that was in 1969. And then my steps in processing through all of that has happened in pro sports really has come down with an intense determination to be successful, to make something of myself, and to make the team successful that I've been working with and working for. So determination is a big part of that. But I also would tell you that when heartache comes, when setbacks come, when storms hit in your life, and trust me, they're hitting. If they haven't hit yet, they're on the way. And the only way I know to deal with them is determination, that you're not going to let this setback really mar your life, that you're going to get back on your feet as soon as you can, a whole lot smarter and a whole lot more educated as a result of the storm. In other words, don't waste the storms in your life, because you really can learn through them. but you're going to have to practice determination and perseverance and mental toughness to make it work. Perfect example, 5 years ago, right now, I was diagnosed with cancer, blood cancer called multiple myeloma. I had never heard of it, didn't know anything about cancer, but there was Dr. Robert Reynolds telling me at age 70 that I have a cancer problem. Well, at that point, you can either fold up, pack it in, go home and wait to die, or you can practice and introduce determination that you're going to get on your feet, you're going to continue your life, do all those things that you were called to do, even with cancer as part of the picture. And I elected to do the latter. And so I'm very grateful for good medicine and smart doctors and the prayers of many people and a healing God, and I've been able to get back on my feet and continue doing everything I love to do. So I'm living proof that determination really does pay off.
Pat, you mentioned the word mental toughness. How does that play in with determination?
Well, I think without question, Dave, everything starts in your mind right here. And that little muscle up there, which, oh gosh, it's about the size of a cantaloupe, weighs 2.5 to 3 pounds. And that determines everything that goes on in your life, the way you think. So if you think the right kind of thoughts, that's going to come out in action. And so I think it's important to train our minds and develop an optimistic, positive attitude, an attitude of hope. That makes all the difference in the world.
So mental toughness, determination, that is the subject of today on The Challenge. It's one of the most important principles you're going to need if you're going to come back from setbacks in life. Hey, thank you for being with us today,
Thank you, Dave.
Pat.
Good to see you.
And will you come back with us a couple days from now?
Really? You want me back?
I want you back. That was
Wow.
so good. I want to talk about another subject that I know that you have a lot to say about. And so we'll be back, hey, in just a couple days with Pat. But stay tuned to The Challenge. It's going to be another great day.